Strong character is created little by little, day by day. It is pushing through physical and mental pain, agonizing losses, and repetitive practices. I am JJ Pankratz, and I am ready for the new season.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game between the visiting Western Washington University Vikings and your Simon Fraser University Clan. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we do ask that you please rise and please remove all caps for the playing of the American and Canadian national anthems.
And welcome everybody to the West Gym here at Simon Fraser University. GNAC men's basketball in the final few days of 2016. The Simon Fraser University Clan winless on the season, set to open against the Western Washington Vikings, a team ranked in the NCAA Division II top 20. And obviously a big challenge for this Simon Fraser Clan basketball team, coming off of a big loss yesterday to Western Oregon, having to get right back on the saddle. And I guess the number one thing here is Zahid, we'll welcome Zahid Vali Hassan, our our analyst here on the broadcast. Z, it's got to be all about energy today for this Clan team to come out strong, represent well, and be as professional as you can playing a great team like Western Washington.
Absolutely. It's a tall order. Western's playing extremely well right now, and the Clan were really flat yesterday. I had the opportunity to call the game yesterday, and they didn't play with any energy. There was no spark. Just overall, if I could sum it up in one word, they were just flat all out for 40 minutes, and they really need to come out with some energy, and hopefully Coach gave them an earful after the game last night and prepped them for today's game. If they want to have a chance in this game, they're going to have to play with a lot more energy tonight.
Well, the Clan definitely are looking for what Z told you, energy. And I know you had a chance to talk with Coach Hansen before the game. Did he echo those sentiments to you, Z, that it was all about just being flat to start yesterday?
Absolutely. He said they had a great shoot-around in the day, and he thought guys were sharp in shoot-around, but then they just came out flat in the game. And he told them, hey, this is a tough league. This is the GNAC, and they're playing one of the toughest opponents in the conference here tonight. So, if they come out with a flat performance like tonight, it's just going to be a repeat performance of yesterday's game.
Western Washington ranked number 19 in the latest NCAA D2 national poll. So, obviously a formidable challenge here for Simon Fraser, who have played Western Washington at their very best the season that the Vikings won the national championship. Simon Fraser under James Blake in those seasons actually had a couple of good games with Western Washington that season, from what I recall, but things have changed a bit here, and the landscape a little bit different for first-year head coach Steve Hansen and the Simon Fraser Clan. The team's now introduced to the crowd here at the West Gym. A nice crowd here on a cold evening here up on Burnaby Mountain. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. The Simon Fraser Clan players out there on the floor right now will be J.J. Pankratz, number 22, Tyrell Lewin, number 23, number 20, Michael Provenzano. And as well, we have Andrew Williamson wearing number 2. And we're missing one guy. We'll get to him in a second as we get through these players. And the Western Washington as well in the blue here, as the opening tip will go to the Vikings. Stafford, number 1, the handoff up top to Parker, number 35, quickly into the hands of Drexel. And underneath, missing an easy one there, were the Vikes.
And you're not going to see that too often. The big man tapping his chest like, that's my bad. Like, he had the wide open look at the dunk the big man did, and at 7 feet tall, you got to throw that down.
So Schilder, but he comes up with it. Fast break down the floor now for the Vikings. Trailer man on the play is going to score an easy basket in transition. That's Taylor Stafford. And a 2-0 lead here for the Vikes. Simon Fraser wearing their home whites. That's Williamson now to Pankratz. JJ, the drive off the window. Nice move to the basket there by JJ Pankratz.
Yeah, and Western Washington's definitely got him circled on their scouting report. He's the most athletic guy on this Clan team, and if Western's probably going to do a good job of shutting him down tonight if they want to pull away with the victory here.
Drexel drives to the free throw line, puts up a shot, makes it fall, and it's 4-2 now for Western Washington. Great points about Pankratz out of Yale secondary. Productive career despite all the losing here at Simon Fraser, has been a consistent scorer. Here's Williamson, the Australian import, creates a nice shot. See off the window, can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, it was good penetration, tried to draw glass there, and Drexel comes down with the rebound there on that one.
A nice little head fake there, got Drexel to the glass, but sticking with him defensively is the guy that we didn't mention off the top, Isaiah Sherman Newsom, wearing number 14 for Simon Fraser. So Sherman Newsom, one of the new Clan players this season, if you're just joining us on Clan men's basketball for the first time this season. Provenzano, another one of those new players. There's Williamson guarding out on the perimeter. Drexel swinging it back up on top. Hamas, 25, the turnaround shot. Great job by Pankratz, sticking with it. And a great job. Something to dig your heels in about if you're Simon Fraser.
And issue with the shot clock here. The shot clock's displaying 0 and the horn did not go, so they're trying to correct and make sure that the horn is activated on the 0 shot clock. I'm not sure what the issue was there, but they're trying to resolve that at this point.
As we were saying, though, nice job by Simon Fraser defensively to hold Western to a standstill there on offense.
Yeah, they're off to a great start, great energy, and we talked about that before the game, but on both sides, we're seeing good fast-paced action here, and good start. A couple blocks from the Clan there, and
that's what you were talking about, was that early energy, Z, and Sherman Newsom will inbound the ball here. Nice energy brought to the fore here by Simon Fraser in the first 2 minutes of this game. It's Howard Samura along with Zahid Valley Hassan here from the West Gym at Simon Fraser University. Officials still conferring here regarding that shot clock and the game clock. They're maneuvering things here. And we'll get right back to action. The second Western coming in with a 2-0 record. Simon Fraser now 0-3 on the season. It's Lewin, Pankratz, Williamson, Sherman Newsom, number 14, and Michael Provenzano, number 20, out on the floor right now as we get set to get back to play here.
I just went to help out there and get that resolved. So
we do it all here.
There, but got that resolved, and the shot clock will sound at 0 if we get there again.
There we go. Here's Pankratz, another strong move to the basket. This time, Western getting in the way, and it's Schilder using all of that 7-foot wingspan there in the paint. Shot clock at 20. Clan basketball. Underneath to Lewin. Nice move off the window. Lewin can't score it. He gets an offensive board, this time rejected by Schilder. And very quickly up the floor is Taylor Stafford, the point guard, number 1. To Drexel, number 5. Drexel driving on Williamson. Nice move, up fake. Squares himself nicely. Can't find the range. And underneath, Schilder crashing to the ground as Provenzano comes back down the floor for Simon Fraser. Kicking it out and knocking down the long-distance shot to Sherman Newsom.
Yeah, that was a great look, and the Clan needed that one. I'm really liking the energy that they've come out to play with here as Kadar Wright's going to come check in at the scorer's table.
Kadar Wright, the ex-UBC Thunderbird, we'll see him in a bit here. But Sherman Newsom, nice touch on the long-range shot. They'll answer back, though, with Parker. 2, they're saying. So Western on top, 6-5 here in the first 3 minutes of play. Provenzano, high arcing shot is going to find the mark. Simon Fraser, hey, they're hitting shots they can make.
They are, and they're getting some good looks. Obviously they're playing with a little bit of more fire than they did yesterday, and then getting some good looks here early.
Nice to see for the home team. Here's Schilder. Being guarded by Lewin. I think the foul going against Tyrell Lewin, number 23. Clan with a 7-6 lead in this game against nationally ranked Western Washington. Kadar Wright, number 11, now into the game for Simon Fraser. Underneath.
It's Stafford there with the easy look there for 2.
Thanks, Z. I missed that. Taylor Stafford along the baseline there, right underneath the hoop, gets a tough basket. 8-7 now for Western. Sherman Newsom to Pankratz. JJ thought about a 3-ball. He's going to drive it, probe the defense, and kick it out to Provenzano for 3. Just off the mark there, and the rebound gobbled up by the Vikings, number 35, Parker. Stafford's going to pull up from 18 off the front of the iron into the arms of Sherman Newsom. Provenzano. Kadar Wright, a productive scorer, coming in off the bench, high off the window, can't find the mark. Schilder the rebound quickly to Stafford down the floor for the Vikings. Into a host of Clan players. 3 players converged on Taylor Stafford. He gets the layup to go.
Tough basket. He's able to get that one to go. Really athletic move and just rose up there, and the Clan defenders could get a hand on that ball for a block. But
they tailed him down the floor. You're right about that, Z. 10-7 the score now for Western Washington. Here's Kadar using the high screen, the drive. And I'll tell you, you gotta know that Schilder's there. And that 7-foot frame is a 7-foot frame. There's nothing phony about that. There's some great size down low for Western Washington.
A good start for the Clan here, down 3, and Kadar Wright's going to go to the line to shoot 2 as we break at our first media timeout. I want to welcome all the listeners across GNAC country, all the Western Washington University fans down in Bellingham and across the Pacific Northwest that might be watching or listening here on Clan TV and following these fine young athletes here at the West Gym.
Western Washington, and Z, of course, it was very exciting to see this team win the national title a few years ago, and interesting, they're so close and yet so far in so many aspects, so much changes just going over that border into Bellingham, but great athletic tradition. Always love to see Western Washington up here atop Burning Mountain, extending way back to those NAIA days, obviously the early history of Simon Fraser men's and women's basketball, Simon Fraser collegiate athletics overall, a great tradition with Western Washington, and those rivalries continuing now in NCAA Division II. So great shout out, Z, to everybody in Bellingham. There's actually a lot of local Greater Vancouverites who are Western Washington grads too. I know quite a bit. They have a good journalism school there, and a lot of people in the print newspaper industry got their journalism training down in Bellingham at Western Washington. So
yeah, of course, not too far, especially in the southern part of the Vancouver region, the Greater Vancouver area, and the Surrey, White Rock areas. It might be a little bit closer to get to Bellingham than it would be some of the local.
Oh, I'll tell you,
local schools, given the traffic.
You betcha.
Up here.
You betcha. That's for sure. Kadar Wright, the former UBC Thunderbird, rearing up there and hitting the first, wearing number 11.
And you know what? I like him coming off the bench. He's a guy that can contribute right away and provide a spark off the bench. So, I'm sure he wants to see himself in the starting lineup. But I think, coming off the bench, there's not many other guys on this team that can come off the bench and have the kind of impact that Kadar Wright would have.
And he's been a very nice success story here early for Simon Fraser. Drexel with a jumper is going to go. And Trey Drexel drops the 3 ball there, 13-9. It's a 4-point lead here now for the Vikings. Provenzano. Drexel guarding him. They're going to post up. Kadar underneath. Double team comes quickly. Gets rid of it to Lewin. Can't win that battle. And Drexel comes away with the basketball. Ooh. If you're gonna foul him, don't let him score. And Dalton Thomas able to power his way to the basket.
Yeah, he got up there, and you're right. If you're going to get up there, you don't want to let him get an easy one. And Sherman Newsom there, the hard foul, and going to make him earn that last one here.
Yeah, they are. It was like a finesse dunk that ends up being a 3-point play from the free throw line. So 16-9, a 7-point lead here for the Vikings. Provenzano now, number 20 with this Clan team to Pankratz. Long 3-ball by JJ is going to nothing but net for Simon Fraser.
Yeah, and they're hitting some shots here early, so credit to the Clan coming out. They've obviously seen this Western team in action down in Las Vegas. They were invited down to Western's annual tournament down in Vegas, and were able to see them play, but first action against them here.
Schilder had a great look and couldn't finish from about 6 feet out. Yeah, Provenzano right down the floor, but Schilder runs the floor well as he gets a block. Dalton Thomas, number 25. Nice scoop underneath to Schilder, and he's going to finish it.
Yeah, and he's going to be a tough guy to guard. He's a 7-footer, and Clan unfortunately don't have that kind of height to match up in the post, and he gets the easy lay-in there.
But offensive threat at both ends of the floor. He ran the floor so well, both times down the floor. Gets a block at one end, scores at the other.
And I'll tell you one thing, Coach Dominguez is not happy with that. He thought that there was a foul down on the other end on his big man that they didn't call him. Now he gets this one, and he's giving the refs an earful on that one.
Well, Trevor Jasinski, number 24, now set the check-in for Western.
Schilder picks up his second. Schilder, excuse me.
Check out the replay here as they kick out to JJ for the big shot from distance. Of course, Pankratz at the line for the Clan. Ooh, can't get the roll there, but does cut it to 18-13, a 5-point lead here for a team ranked in the top 20 nationally in town here tonight to face the Simon Fraser Clan. They are the Western Washington Vikings of Bellingham, wearing the blue. Dalton Thomas on the block. Great job there. Ooh, and J.J. Pankratz is going to get called for the foul there. Looked clean, but tough break there for Pankratz.
Yeah,
he had gotten the block earlier in this game.
He did, yeah, and he's trying to be active again, but obviously grazed him on the arm there, and referee Kerry Rokosh with the call there, as Thomas is going to go to the line too.
Voss, number 3, hit a Voss now into the game as well for Simon Fraser, and he's got some range as well. It's a Cal State Fullerton transfer. And he's been here for, I want to say, 3 seasons now. 3 coaches in 3 seasons, too. James Blake, and all the way through to Coach Hansen this year, as Thomas makes the free throw, 20-13. Provenzano. Pretty guard-oriented group for the Clan. Little skip pass, looking for Voss, goes awry.
Yeah, that was a tough pass, just throwing it into traffic, and just nothing good can come out of that one.
And look what happens here, off the turnover, and it's Jasinski just checked into the game, who gets the layup on a nice little skip pass from Drexel. Provenzano skipping down to Sherman Newsom. Simon Fraser driving the ball, playing very deliberate basketball to start this game, but having trouble holding on to it right now. 10 on the shot clock for Kadar Wright. Kadar wants to create his own thing here. He's going to go off the window and score it.
And that's what you kind of get from Kadar Wright. He's a player that can create from his own and one-on-one situation there, and able to get a nice one to go there.
Great little wraparound pass underneath. And Western Washington's Jeffrey Parker will score the basketball there, 24-15.
That was a really nice pass from Drexel there, as he found the man wide open underneath for the easy lay-in.
Here's Kadar turning a corner, off the window. Too strong, but will draw the contact. Kadar Wright doing some real nice things here, Z, you're right.
He is, and you know, as we mentioned, he's a guy who can come off the bench and provide that spark, and he's definitely out there and working really hard on both ends of the floor and able to get to the line where he's going to attempt his 3rd and 4th free throws here.
Well, he came into a situation at UBC where that guard rotation was so deep. It was a tough nut for him to crack early. But this Simon Fraser situation really suits him well, and he's able to find opportunities. As we look at Kadar on our Clan TV replay, great drive to the basket off the window for the layup. Wright makes the second as well, 24-17 the score. So Simon Fraser managing to keep this thing under double digits against the nationally ranked foe. And we're 8 minutes into the first half. They have to try and continue to maintain that focus. Here's Provenzano out to guard Drexel. Stafford will knock down the triple.
Wow, they're 2 for 2 from 3, and you know, they're shooting the ball well here. The Vikings are shooting 65% on 11-17 shooting overall to start this game.
There's Provenzano, and a nice shot where he is shooting from a low angle as he fades from the basket, won't get blocked, and he's able to score it. But Stafford has been a big needle in their side.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a game, 6 of 7 for 13 points to start this game. He's doing his job out there.
He seems to be answering every Simon Fraser basket. So, as you mentioned, he's shooting 6 of 7 from the field. A great job by the Vikings point guard.
So we're going to take a quick break here, Howard, media timeout, and we'll be back here in a minute when play will continue.
Fear can either drive us back or push us forward to play harder and stronger. To uncover your true potential, you must first find your own limits and then have the courage to blow past them. I am Cruz Velasquez, and I am ready for the new season.
Champions are made from something deep inside. A desire, a dream, a vision. Anything is possible if you are determined, dedicated, and if you believe in yourself. I am Lauren Swistak, and I am ready for the new season.
And we're back with you here at the West Gym. Howard Samura, Zahid Vali Hassam, and it's GNAC men's basketball tonight. Simon Fraser against nationally ranked Western Washington. The Vikings with their biggest lead of the game, I believe, at 10 points right now. 29-19, 11-14 remaining in the opening half.
Yeah, and they're playing really well right now, and you can see why they're one of the top teams in the league and in the nation in the top 20, obviously, as you've mentioned. But they're playing really well, and they really do a good job protecting the ball. 6 assists, no turnovers.
Yeah, they play it so, you're right, they play it so sound fundamentally, but look at these guys, they look the part too. There's such incredible wingspan on this basketball team at all positions on the court. This is a great Western Washington team, and there's going to be an over and back force by Kadar right of the Clan. Great job by Kadar to force Stafford out of bounds, or across the half-court stripe. So a turnover there by the Vikings, and Simon Fraser taking possession. Basically a six-man rotation, logging a lot of minutes here for Simon Fraser early. Provenzano, big step underneath, almost got a tough shot to fall.
Yeah, and the Clan, they need to be a little bit more active on the boards, getting out rebounded 9-6 here early, but obviously they are a little bit undersized compared to this Western squad, but they really need to be getting up there and trying to get some of those rebounds.
Well, DeAndre Dixon also brings the size. He comes off the bench, and wow, just another 6'9" body off the bench that's going to score that basketball for you. 31-19 again, largest lead of the game now at 12 points. Voss, little head fake. Provenzano's going to drive, turn a corner, get a great look, and just leaves it shy on the rim. Drexel the other way, quickly against Pankratz. Tough shot fading off the back iron, is rebounded by Kadar Wright. So Kadar Wright now trying to knife through the defense. Great pass underneath.
Yeah,
and he finds really Sherman Newsom, yeah.
Really pretty play there, really nice look. He drove the lane, drew a couple defenders, and was able to find Sherman Newsom wide open underneath.
Great job, and Clan much needed points to keep this game at 10 points. This Western Washington team is on the verge, if you don't watch out, of just running away with things, and they miss a three ball there. Quickly to Provenzano. Western Washington always bringing those numbers quickly down court. Bingo! The big three ball from J.J. Pankratz. And Western Washington wants time. We'll keep it right here.
It's a 30-second timeout as the Clan cut into that lead.
As we look at the replay underneath, some great highlights here for Simon Fraser. It's a great pass inside to Newsom. And of course, Pankratz with the big three ball. So JJ really delivering today on that veteranness, so to speak, for this Simon Fraser team. As the team's prepared to come out of a timeout, we just want to let you know about some of the people who helped put Clan TV on the air. Nestor's Market, proud to be the official grocer of SFU Athletics. They're your local grocery store offering a full selection of items including organic, all-natural, gluten-free, and much more. Visit Nestor's Market today at the Cornerstone. As well, we should give a big shout out to our producer, Gabe Lynn, flipping the dials and getting us on the air here tonight from the West Gym. A great crowd, Z.
Yeah, it's nice to see people out during the holiday season. And obviously a lot of stuff going on around town, but nice to see the fans come out and support here.
7-point deficit as Drexel rears up and knocks down a triple. This team can do it all.
Yeah, they absolutely can. They can beat you inside with their big men. They got great shooting guards, and it's just a well-rounded team. And the Clan obviously get up for this game. It's a rivalry game, the closest geographical opponent. Obviously, a long history between these two teams.
I've always maintained that until you start beating them, you can't call it a rivalry. Everybody tried to make the Grizzlies and Sonics a rivalry, and I think we know what happened with that one. The Clan's got to start to win some of these games one of these years. And obviously, they're doing a great job coming out here with some good energy in this first half of play.
So Provenzano's going to pick up his first foul there.
Provenzano, number 20. Drexel, the inbounds. Underneath, and they will dunk it with some authority underneath.
Yeah, that was Dixon.
Dixon, yeah.
Got up there and just jammed that one home.
His feet barely left the ground. DeAndre Dixon, number 23. He's affecting shots all over the court right now. Kadar Wright crashing to the court. He's going to be helped up by Lewin. So Dixon being called for the foul.
Yeah, and again, Kadar Wright being really aggressive and just attacking the basket and getting to the line where he's a good free throw series 4-for-4.
You know what?
Tonight.
He's not the player I remember from UBC. Just, I mean, he's getting obviously a much more featured role, but wow, he's been impressive.
As you mentioned before, he was in a guard-heavy situation there coming in as a freshman. But here, obviously, he's got a couple years of experience under his belt and able to contribute in a different way and get some more minutes.
Yeah, really impressed with number 11 at the free. And he's had his fair share of trips in this opening half as well. Has Kadar Wright, who missed on that last free throw. 11 points to deficit here. Western Washington wearing the blue. That's Drexel. Parker. And that is a jump shot there. Is that Dixon?
That's Dixon for 3.
Wow. So DeAndre Dixon with a guy right in his face rears up and knocks down a triple. So they have not put it up on the board yet, I believe.
So that was a 3-pointer. They're actually coming over here to discuss the fouls. They're changing the foul. The last call that they had on Dixon, they're actually changing it to Jasinski, who pick up his first. So Dixon will not be charged and has no fouls at this point.
Well, and Dixon is coming in for Schilder, who the 7-footer who started the game and made a big impact, got a couple of fouls and went out of the game. But that is depth for you to have those two guys. Here's Pankratz now, the Clan, largest deficit, 14 points, kicking it out to Provenzano. Lewin comes to set the high screen. Provenzano tries to turn a corner into the paint. Too many big bodies. Kicks it out to JJ for 3. Bingo! JJ Pankratz. Clenched fist there. JJ. Big clutch shot there for
and
Simon
that's the same
Fraser.
spot he hit the last 3 in there. He's got 3 3-pointers on 4 or 5 shooting for 12 points for the Clan, so he's really feeling it tonight here.
Pankratz doing a great job, the Yale secondary grad. Great cut underneath by Dixon. He had Lewin on his back, Z, and he did a great job of working his way to the basket. Great look, too.
And he's just a luxury to have coming off the bench. You got a guy like that coming off. He's 4 for 4 here with 9 points, including a free throw, and he's getting some good looks.
His scary proficiency. You're right about that. Here's Voss. Skip underneath the Lewin. Great job there by Hide Voss to set up Tyrell Lewin underneath for the basket. Simon Fraser's resourceful.
They are, and you know what? I think they know that they're undersized here, so if they go up, their chances are there's going to be a hand in the face or a blocked shot, so they're able to just find that extra little pass and get an open guy.
Woo.
The Vikings knock down another 3.
Jasinski knocks down the 3.
Their 5th triple.
Wow. Lewin underneath again. And they're going to call a travel. Tough break there as Dixon stood his ground underneath the basket. So a timeout, we'll keep it here as well and continue to let you know about the fine people who help bring you Clan TV. Charter Bus Lines, the official motor coach of SFU Athletics, they're proud to support all Clan teams. Charter is dedicated to providing safe and comfortable transportation to your games throughout the Pacific Northwest. You can visit them at charterbuslines.com. And for the latest news, stats, videos, and more, visit athletics.sfu.ca. You can also stay connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Many platforms to follow the teams here at Simon Fraser University. Of course, the women are going to be in action here tomorrow, Z. I believe it's a 3 o'clock start against Concordia.
It's a 1 o'clock
start. A 1 o'clock start, excuse me. You had a chance to see them last night. Just talk a bit about what you saw.
Yeah, no, it was a great team effort. They played with a lot of energy. It's nice to see Alyssa Homer back. She missed I think 5 games this year due to injury, but nice to see her back in the starting lineup. And just a complete all-around team effort. They shot the ball well. Ket and Homer had an excellent game where they combined for, I believe, 38 points in the backcourt last night. So it was just a really good overall performance.
And that's more like last year was. And they come into this season as veterans. Early in this season, some of those freshmen were really taking leading roles. But I think the basis of that team has to be Homer, Ket, and their front court rotation of returning players.
It is, and it's nice to see Ozzy obviously is a very special player,
Sure.
and to see her get put into that situation and her excels, right? It's just great to see and bodes well for the future of that women's basketball.
Ozzy, you can give her 6 field goal attempts and she's going to reach double figures. That's the kind of player she is. So exciting to watch, and hope you'll watch that game tomorrow. The 1 o'clock start, as Z corrects, right here on Clan TV tomorrow against Concordia. Here's Drexel up top, jumper. Parker unable to get that one to swirl home, and Kadar Wright with a rebound. Provenzano. Kadar Wright doing some great things. Takes a wide swath off the window, and Kadar Wright's doing it all right now.
Yeah, and again, he's just taking it off the dribble, and he's having a heck of a game. Obviously one of the upperclassmen on this team.
Ooh, not too sure what happened there. JJ Pankratz backed off, didn't want to take the foul, and we saw a bit of a late whistle as Dixon crashed to the ground. Wow, I'd like to see a replay of that one. I don't know if you saw that, Z, but
You got a good look at that one, but nevertheless, Dixon's going to go to the line here. He's hit double digits with that free throw at 10 points, 4-4. And
DeAndre Dixon, 6'9", junior out of Bakersfield Community College, a transfer, has come in and made a lot of good things happen. And boy, that range to hit that 3 ball too he had a few minutes ago was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and the Clan got to be careful here, down 14 now, and they really need to.
I know what you're saying, but I also love that, and you pointed that out from the start, see the aggressive mindset to come right back down and attack this team, and that is what J.J. Pankratz just did. He just picked up a foul, but he goes right to the other end and attacks hard as Spence, wearing 0, set to come into the game.
Yeah, and yesterday wasn't particularly a strong point in that they didn't attack the rim as much, didn't get to the line, but here they've been to the line 9. This is going to be the 10th trip of the line, and Western on the other end has only been to the line 5 times. So, they're doing a good job. Maybe that was part of the game plan, is that they want to attack and be a little bit more aggressive here.
Ooh, there's a miss there on the second free throw. Dixon, ooh, they did not see the rebound, almost handed back to the Clan there as Taylor Stafford comes back up the court, the Chicago, Illinois native. Lob down low, and Dixon again. This time he will dunk again, and Lewin is going to get called for the foul underneath.
Yeah, and he's going to be a tough guy to stop
Boy.
as Lewin's underside, but he is just one athletic guy.
I mean, hey, it's interesting, Z. You look at the impact that Logan Schilder, their 7-foot sophomore, had when he came into this game, and you thought, wow, he's really playing a nice role. Picks up a couple of fouls, and the guy they brought in is even more versatile.
Yeah, and 2 totally different types of players, but not a bad problem to have if you're Coach Dominguez.
Wow, that is impressive.
Just there, a lot of foul calls here. We're at 6 apiece here. As both teams will shoot bonus on the next one, as Kadar Wright was pushed out of bounds, or pushed on his back there by Stafford.
Spence will inbounds here quickly to Pankratz underneath. JJ elevates, great basket by JJ Pankratz with 5:18 left in the half.
Yeah, that was a nice look. Obviously he knew that if he was going to go up on the initial one, he might have gotten blocked, so he turned around and just a little bit of fadeaway jumper, but good touch there.
Recognizing the gifts and the wingspan of this Western Washington team, playing smart basketball, scoring nice hoops. Clan playing a nationally ranked foe here tonight. Here's Drexel. Underneath again, and you see Tyrell Lewin doesn't know what to do, and I don't blame him. He's just kind of, I don't know if there's anyone in this game that could really match up to what Dixon's doing.
So, Coach Dominguez wanted a foul call there, and didn't get one, but he's not too happy with the officiating here, as he's had a number of words for the officials here in the first half.
Well, Western's going to win a bit of a tip drill there, come right back down the floor. Hamas, number 25, had that rebound. Trey Drexel. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Vikings. Sherman Newsom, number 14, into the game. Lewin will check out.
It's a bit of an odd play there. There's a free ball, but none of the Clan players went after that. It was a free ball. They could have just run after it and gone in for a
Gone right in for a layup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what's going on there.
Drexel now to Dixon. Dixon looking for Parker. He's going to get him. And there's the shot clock violation.
Yeah, and I don't think the Vikings knew, or they didn't call out the shot clock there. So I don't think they realized. And as Coach Dominguez taps himself on the chest saying, "That's my bad. That's my bad." But that's got to be awareness on the bench there to call out the shot clock in that situation.
It's 15 points in deficit right now for Western Washington. Simon Fraser, whatever they could do to maintain this or claw within to the half would be very, very impressive against a very formidable foe here.
Wow, an interesting sequence. Spence goes up hard there and gets knocked to the ground. No foul call. And then the Vikings come down with the rebound, and Drexel gets called for travel. He slips to the floor.
Well, there's a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well and be back with more on Clan TV.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
As Western Washington in Bellingham. And as they come out of that timeout with 3:57 left in the half, it's a 15-point lead for Western Washington.
It's a high-scoring affair. It's Western's already put up 50 points, and we still have 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, it's just the tempo and pace. Simon Fraser's played some very good defense here. Shot off the mark there by Simon Fraser, Sherman Newsom. He's out there with Kadar Wright, number 11, Othniel Spence wearing 0, JJ Pankratz, number 22.
Yeah, that's not a foul you want to pick up that far away from the basket, especially in the bonus situation. Stafford's going to get a freebie here. Spence just, he's right at the baseline.
I'll tell you, you know what though? Coming off of their flat performance yesterday, we haven't seen many instances like this where they've made that kind of an error and just given them an opportunity like that.
No, I really think they're playing well, and they're playing to their abilities, and they're shooting the ball well. But when your opponent's shooting 70%, you're shooting 50 is pretty good. But when your opponent's shooting 69%, there's something to be said about that.
I agree with you completely. It's like they worked the ball inside to open this game. When they wanted the 3 game, it was just there for them. What a vastly talented team they are. And they get a block here on Kadar Wright. Here's Drexel getting in the way of that Spence. Nice hustle, but can't save it. So Western Washington will take over. Drexel checking out of the game, checking in now. Trevor Jasinski, number 24, 6'7", 220, a redshirt freshman out of Camas, Washington. Parker, 35, Pankratz guarding him. Tough move to the basket. JJ going to get called for the foul. JJ doing all he can here, but there's so many weapons.
Yeah, he's going to go after Steve Summers there, referee Steve Summers, and ask about that one. He thought it was clean, but got a pretty good look from here, and that's going to be his 3rd personal foul.
So they will bring in Tyrell Lewin, number 23.
And that's a tough one because Coach Hansen obviously rolled the dice and kept Pankratz in the game with 2 fouls, hoping that he wouldn't pick up his 3rd, but that's a guy they need out on the floor, and he's going to sit for the next 3:31 here as Lewin checks back in to spell him.
Oh, Parker took it right at JJ, who's had a great first half here for Simon Fraser. Jeffrey Parker makes both free throws. And you might look at this scoreboard and say it's been a lopsided game, but based on what Simon Fraser did yesterday, they have come back strong, and Andrew Williamson with a great look.
Yeah, nice little curl pull-up jumper in the paint, so good look for him.
So Simon Fraser trailing this game 54-37.
You know, if we weren't looking at the scoreboard, it wouldn't look like a 17-point
It doesn't
game
look
at
like
all.
it, I know. There's Dixon, though. And in those certain spots where they've had mismatches, they have really exploited them, and that 5 spot has been a major point of concern here for Simon Fraser. Kadar Wright, though, taking it right at the Vikings. Getting the N1 opportunity. Kadar Wright has been impressive, as has Pankratz in this opening half for Simon Fraser.
And Coach Dominguez, again, did not like that call. And, you know, I'm not sure if it is established some kind of consistency or flow in terms of the officiating of this game. It seems to be a little bit surprising at times in some of the calls that they have made, or maybe some that they haven't made as well. So I think both coaches just looking for consistency overall, and so they can figure out how this game's going to be called.
Sherman Newsom, nice offensive rebound. He gets the ball back. Now it's Williamson. Ooh, that looked clean, but the foul is going to get called there against number 24, Jasinski. So Jasinski goes for the block. As we look at the Clan TV replay, wow.
Yeah, it looked pretty clean, especially when you have a 6-foot guard going up against a big man.
I would agree with you there, Z.
Yeah, it's a tough call to sell.
Thanks to Gabe for that great shot. Dialing it up for us here on Clan TV. 56-40 as Williamson makes the first free throw.
We see Kingma check in for the first time, number 3.
Brett Kingma, the junior guard, now into the game as Williamson makes the free throw. Guard play has been a strength here for Simon Fraser in the opening half of play. 15-point deficit here for Simon Fraser. Here's Drexel. Kingma back up top to Drexel. Kingma, they're playing cats for 3 off the side iron. And Simon Fraser with a chance to push it quickly down the floor with Kadar Wright. Kadar driving off the window. Kadar, great opportunity. And a blocking foul is going to get called, I believe, against Western Washington here.
Yeah, and Kadar Wright again. Again, Coach Dominguez beside himself as he yells into this wall behind him as he couldn't believe the foul call there. But
and you saw, you had to look at it there on Clan TV. Boy, I'll tell you, you saw the game yesterday live. I didn't, but obviously when you talked to Coach Hansen in the pregame, I know, he talked about establishing that early energy and playing a more fearless brand of basketball. And boy, Kadar Wright exemplifies everything he's been saying.
Absolutely. Now if his teammates can just kind of follow his lead, as he misses a couple there, but Sherman Newsom comes
another board.
Another offensive rebound off of his free throw. So Clan getting lucky there with these offensive rebounds off the free throw misses.
There's Williamson at the top. Kadar, Lewin's screen. Kadar drives, scoop shot underneath, can't get the roll, tough break, Lewin underneath. And a foul is going to get called again against Western Washington.
That's going to be the 10th foul on the Vikings.
And we're going to see a quick replay of that as well. I tell you, they might be trailing by 15, Z, but they've controlled the tempo the last 3 or 4 possessions in this basketball game.
Absolutely, and they have the opportunity here in the last 2:02 to just kind of carry that momentum in the half and cut into this lead.
Terrific job here by the Simon Fraser Clan.
The Vikings are going to go with a little bit of smaller look, and Stafford's going to come back in and take out Hamas.
So Lewin now hits them both. And 13 points is the deficit. Simon Fraser has done a fantastic job in this opening half of play. We're down to 2 minutes remaining. Stafford wants to work off the Dixon screen. Now he'll freelance, cut through the paint, go off the window. Dixon underneath. This time Lewin's going to win the battle.
That was a beautiful rebound from Lewin as the Clan pushed the ball up the floor here.
Guards have played well here for the Clan as Spence gets it back from Kadar Wright. Up top to Williamson. Nice cut by Spence. Fading three. Bingo! Spence! What a job by the Clan.
I think we might see a timeout here.
Well, they've already hit a three ball that's forced Coach Dominguez to call a timeout once. They have gotten this to 10 points. With the Clan's struggles the last few seasons well documented, it's been inspiring to watch them play. Here's Dixon on the baseline. Comes up shy. Othniel Spence. Sherman Newsom, the drive, pulls up, wants to use the window, couldn't get the roll. Wow, inspired play by Lewin.
Great offensive rebound and putback. The Clan really playing with a lot of energy.
They've got it under 10 points. What a comeback by the Clan. Simon Fraser has dominated the last 4 minutes of this game, and they get another turnover. Sherman Newsom now quickly to Kadar Wright. Kadar knifing through the defense. It's going to get called for the travel.
Some good energy out there from the Clan.
I think Kadar was a bit too excited there.
He was, yeah. I think they had some time there. Could have slowed it down and just kind of set something up. Instead, he tried to just do a little bit too much there and gets called for the steps underneath.
There's 2.5 between the shot and game here with 26 seconds left in the half. Here's Jeffrey Parker. Drexel. And the foul's going to be called against Andrew Williamson of the Clan. 18 seconds left, and the Vikings will step up to the free throw line. But what a job by Simon Fraser.
Yeah, they definitely exerted themselves in the last couple minutes here, and they will get one more shot, assuming they come down with the rebound here or the inbound. Drexel knocks down his first.
So it's up to 10 points. Simon Fraser with the last possession here if they want it in the opening half of play. Would love to get it under 10 here. Spence to Kadar Wright. Kadar back up top to Spence for three. Bingo! With 0.3 of a second left, Spence knocks down a huge triple, 58-51 at the half. What a job by the Clan. 58-51, and I will say this, Z, regardless of what happens in the second half, if Simon Fraser plays like this, they're going to win their share of games in this conference.
Oh yeah, they're playing really well right now, and they just got to keep it going. Obviously, there's going to be adjustments on both sides of the ball in the break here, but if the Clan can kind of carry that momentum into the second half, they'll have a good chance of winning this game.
Well, we love the energy. We will be back with you shortly with some numbers, but we'll take a short break here, be back with more at the half. 58-51 the score. Western Washington with a 7-point lead over Simon Fraser.
A true champion puts every ounce of sweat and effort into the goal. Find your passion, become one with it, and great things will happen. I am Kevin Vigna, and I am ready for the new season.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Stop this up. Gotta feel the alright.
Great leaders know their strengths and can call on the right strength at the right time. It's about setting an example to influence others so they can be better. I am Devin May, and I am ready for the new season.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
A champion pushes to the point of exhaustion when nobody else is looking. It's not about who you are, it's about who you can become. I am Meg Wilson, and I am ready for the new season.
It's on us to stop sexual violence.
We are Canada's NCAA team.
With 400 student athletes in 17 sports.
Together, we can end sexual violence at SFU.
To look out for each other.
And not look the other way.
To get a friend home safe.
To not blame the victim.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To speak up.
To step in.
To support those who need it.
To be a part of the solution, not the problem.
It's on me, it's on you, it's on us.
Because consent matters.
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 Learn more about how you can contribute to a culture of zero tolerance towards sexual violence at SFU by visiting sfu.ca/sexual assault.
Because together, we can make a difference.
And welcome back to the West Gym. Howard Samira here with Zahid Valley Hassan. The Simon Fraser clan trailing Western Washington 58-51, and the box score reveals some pretty interesting trends here. Z, what do you take away from that opening half box?
Yeah, well, I mean, the Clan shot really well at 51.5%, but on the other side, Western shot a lot better at 61.8%, hitting on 21 of 34. Both teams obviously drawing some fouls, drawing some contact, going to the line. Western was 11 of 12, so really efficient from the free throw line. The Clan 11 of 17. One thing that I liked was the 6 offensive rebounds from the Clan. They're being out rebounded by 18-17, but to get those 6 rebounds, put up second chance points, was really impressive, especially Isaiah Sherman-Newsom got a couple of big ones that led to scores for the Clan. So really nice to see them active on the board.
Yeah, and I also look at the turnovers, I mean, as good a team, Western Washington is such a good team. They only had 4 turnovers in the opening half. Simon Fraser had 6 turnovers the entire half against a nationally ranked foe. Simon Fraser did everything right against a very, very good team. What are your thoughts, though, on maintaining this against a seasoned team that knows how to put teams away?
And I think we're going to see a bit of a different second half. Obviously, Coach Dominguez was not pleased with the performance there in the first half from his squad, and he's going to definitely have a few words for them at the half. But I think for Simon Fraser, Coach Hansen is definitely going to be like, hey, we had a good first half. We played well. We just got to, tighten it up a little bit, a couple less turnovers, and keep active on the boards, and they have a shot to compete with this tough Western squad here.
Hey, let's talk about DeAndre Dixon, number 23, in off the bench, the 6'9" guy who did some good work in the paint, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. He has a game high 17 points in this game. He's got the 5 rebounds. He's got a block. He only played 12 minutes. So impressive to watch number 23 come in for Schilder, the starter in the middle.
Yeah, I know he's something special. As you mentioned, 7 of 8 shooting. Like that's
one of them was a nice 3.
Good. Yeah, exactly. And then he is one athletic guy. And then on the other side, the thing to watch out for is that Pankratz played that first half, and he picked up his 3rd foul in the first half. So, obviously I'm assuming he's going to start the second half, but if he picks up another foul, he's going to probably reside to the bench for a while. So he's going to have to really be careful, and I'm sure that's part of the plan for the Vikings to attack Pankratz in the basket.
You're right about that. And you look at JJ's numbers, 5 of 6 from the field, including hitting all 3 of his 3-point attempts. He was very dynamic, 15 points in 16 minutes. As Z points out, those fouls are an issue for number 22. You can't really hide anybody, can you, defensively, especially if you've got some height and you've got to try and find a way to stop Western Washington down low, and that's where Pankratz was taking the fouls.
Yeah, and the Clan, as we may have not mentioned earlier, but they're missing a couple of guys, so they're a little bit thin down low.
Sawani and Miller would be.
Miller's out with an injury, and Sawani unfortunately had a family funeral to attend to back in Ontario. But so they are a little bit thin down low, and Pankratz is really going to have to play smart here and stay in this game.
Well, we're down to about 40 seconds left. I will run through some of those Simon Fraser numbers and give Z a chance to catch up on some other things here. Leading the way for Simon Fraser, as we mentioned, Pankratz with the 15 points. Kadar Wright came in off the bench. He was 3 of 8 from the field, but finished with 11 points because he was super aggressive. 5 of 9, but he got the 9 free throw trips to lead all players in the opening half. And that's 17 free throw trips, I think, worthy of note for Simon Fraser. They were aggressive. They attacked the basket the entire opening half. So good job there for Simon Fraser. Some of the other Clan scores of note, Othniel Spence late, and Tyrell Lewin, battled hard and found some ways to score as well. Both of those guys was 6 points each. 5 points for Isaiah Sherman-Newsom. 4 points apiece for Michael Provenzano and Andrew Williamson. So Simon Fraser, 17 of 33. They shot 52% against Western Washington, but the Vikings, incredibly, 21 of 34, 62% from the field, and they were dynamic. Taylor Stafford, their guard, 6 of 10 from the field, and as we mentioned, DeAndre Dixon, 7 of 8. So see what happens here as the second half now set to begin. Simon Fraser with the basketball.
And of note, Pankratz is going to sit to start the second half, and Kadar Wright is going to start the second half in place of the foul-plagued Pankratz.
So see how that works for Coach Hansen and company. As Provenzano now with the basketball. In and out for Provenzano. The rebound there for Parker. And look out, Western Washington right on the baseline there. Hamas dunks the basketball.
I don't know if I've seen that many dunks in a game here in a while.
They just effortlessly dunk. Nice fading jumper there is going to fall for Sherman Newsom. So Simon Fraser continues to have answers. Here's Stafford, 60% shooter in the opening half of play. And we will do our best here as Coach Hansen is known to wander. And back to his high school days at Terry Fox is a good way of getting in front of play-by-play broadcaster, so we will do our best here. Here's Kadar from 17, finds a way to rattle it home. Kadar right, it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, and he showed some good range on that jumper. I think he probably caught the defense off guard. They probably thought he was going to attack and drive, and they probably relaxed a bit to try and not pick up a foul defensively, but he was able to show some range there.
Yeah, he showed the range, and you're right, Z, because he did get those 9 free throw trips in the opening half. A miss there, and a rebound gets SFU into transition. Provenzano comes to a stop. Sherman Newsom for 3. Bingo! The big triple for Sherman Newsom. It's a 2-point game. What a start here by Simon Fraser.
And they needed that. If they want to have success in this game, they need to come out with that strong start because they don't want to dig themselves in a hole to start the second half. So good start for the Clan here.
Stafford weaving too strong off the back iron. Here's Kadar pushing the pace for the Clan. Kadar scoop shot off the front of the iron. And Western now with Stafford. Splits the defenders and finds a way to roll that ball in.
And he's got a nice touch. When he gets airborne, he's able to do some things up in the air, and he was able to get up in between 2 defenders and scoop that one in for his 7th field goal of the game.
The transfer out of Evansville.
And matching his teammate Dixon with a team-high 17 points now is Stafford.
Here's Williamson from 17. Bingo! Andrew Williamson showed a nice shooting touch off the bench in the opening half. He's doing much more of the same here as Simon Fraser keeps it within 2, 62-60. They trail Western Washington. Traxel now with the ball, or Drexel, check that. Shot clock is down to 10 here for the Vikings as Stafford go back up top to Hamas. They don't put a hand in his face, and he knocks down the triple. And Coach Hansen very vocal about that. He was calling for those hands to get up in the air and contest that shot. Western's just too good a shooting team. 65-60 after the tray by the Vikings. We're 3 minutes into the second half of play on Clan TV. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast wherever you may be watching us. If you're new to Clan TV, worth noting Simon Fraser, the only non-US school in the entire NCAA, playing its games atop Burnaby Mountain here just outside of Vancouver, BC, Canada. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. I'm Howard Samura along with Zahid Vali Hassam.
As we have Coach Dominguez called a 30 there as he had enough of this Clan run to start the second half and wanted to gather his troops here.
I should let you know that tonight's SFU men's basketball game on Clan TV live stream is brought to you in part by Nestor's Market, the official grocer of SFU athletics. Also by the Hilton Vancouver Metrotown Hotel, Charter Bus Lines of BC, and by the SFU Spirit Shop, all playing a big role here and helping us out on Clan TV. And a shout out again to our producer Gabe Lynn, doing a terrific job getting HD basketball from the top of the mountain down to you today. 65-60 just underway here in the second half of play. Simon Fraser with Sherman Newsom to Provenzano as the Clan look to make this a one-possession basketball game against a top 20 ranked national foe. Kadar right now with the basketball. Williamson, who knocked down a nice jumper recently. The Aussie guard driving, jump stop, and lost his traction underneath, gets called for the travel. Tough break for Williamson.
Tough one, especially when it went in. But Baseline official there, Steve Summers, with the call, and I think I have to say it was the right call. He lost his footing.
Tough break there for Williamson. Western Washington now, and they really want to get their game in gear here. Underneath, they're going to find Dixon. Ooh, the foul.
Yeah, they're going to call an offensive foul on the pass there.
Wow.
And that's going to be Hamas. He's going to pick up his third as he found a wide open Dixie underneath, but crashed into the defender. It's a little pass and crash situation there. And
so Simon Fraser dodges a bullet there, gets the ball back. Sherman Newsom to Kadar right for three. Kadar doesn't miss by much. Lewin working hard underneath, and Tyrell Lewin unable to corral that loose ball, and Stafford now back down the floor. Change of pace against Provenzano. Tough shot off the side iron. Provenzano with numbers 2-on-1. Skip pass to Williamson for the layup. Great job working the numbers by Simon Fraser down the court for an easy basket there.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Coach Domingos was vehement about not getting a foul call there on that end, and led to an easy transition too for the Clan.
65-62. Who would have thunk this? Dixon using the wingspan underneath, and Lewin's going to get called for the foul.
That's a tough call. Lewin's hands straight up, and he's still straight up. He hasn't even moved, and he just turned, and I guess they call him on the body contact on that. But that's a tough call against a very athletic Western Washington player in Dixon.
Well, third foul of the game on Lewin. J.J. Pankratz, before the timeout calls, he came up to the minor officials table to sub into this game. So nice move by Coach Hansen to save JJ for 4.5 minutes here to start this second half of play.
Absolutely, and they've held their own. They're up 2 to start the second half here, and are looking good here to start the second half.
Yeah, just 5. Is that score correct? 67-62 it says on the scoreboard. Yeah, I think it's 65-62. We'll get a clarification, but I don't think it's 67-62. Subs, though, could prove interesting here if indeed J.J. Pankratz comes into the game with those 3 fouls. We also saw Logan Schilder, number 15, the starting 7-foot sophomore out of Whatcom Community College, look like he was going to check into the game. We'll see as these teams come out of the timeout.
Yeah, we've got a couple subs here, but credit to the Clan. They've hung in there here in the second half to start.
They have. They've done a great job, and Steve Hansen, in his first year as the head coach of this Simon Fraser team, has brought his guys to the game today ready to play. Brett McDonald, Sean Shook, his assistants, everybody pitching in, doing a great job with this Clan basketball team tonight as Dixon steps up to the free throw line. (67-62) is our score. And Dixon with a miss there, and Newsom getting the rebound there. Here's Provenzano, skip pass underneath, and Stafford runs right in front of it, the turnover there.
Yeah, that's a tough one as he drove the paint, just kind of lost the handle on it, and Stafford
look at the ball movement here by Western. Dixon underneath. He defies gravity sometimes, or physics rather, underneath. Well, they find a way to score it. He gets the ball back, does Dixon, and he puts it home. So 69-62 is now the score. I believe that was Dixon that scored the last basket. Here's Provenzano for 3 from the baseline. Can't find the mark. And Drexel now with the basketball.
And Clan haven't really done much the last couple possessions down the floor, but they got to be careful here and try and get a stop before this lead expands from the 7 points it's at right now.
Yeah, this Western team is not going to shrink, and I know Simon Fraser knows it won't. Foul being called against Williamson, Andrew Williamson. So if anything, Simon Fraser's got to continue to amp up their level of play here. They want to stick around against this incredibly talented Western Washington team. Here's Stafford from the baseline, knocks down a jump shot there.
Yeah, that's going to put him at 19 for the game. So he's having a heck of a game, shooting 8 of 14, but he's a tough guy to defend.
He's smooth too, boy.
Yeah.
He is fun to watch, number 1 with these Vikings. Simon Fraser in a bit of a pickle here, need to rediscover some of that offensive touch. Trailing by 9. We're about 6 minutes into the second half of play. Here's JJ for 3. First miss from beyond the arc tonight, I believe, for Pankratz. Stafford now down the floor. He's going to pull up from 3 from the top and fall a little bit short. Pankratz scoops up the loose ball. And Provenzano retreats. Pankratz attack, no look underneath. Reverse, goes.
That was a nice look from Sherman Newsom as he reverse layup there.
I thought he was going to get blocked, but nice job by Sherman Newsom underneath. 71-64, a 7-point lead here for the Vikings. Here's Dixon. And Pankratz with the 3 fouls, having to guard him. That's a tough assignment. Dixon underneath. Pankratz holding his ground, did a nice job there, and Dixon unable to score the basketball. Here's Kadar. Scoop off the window won't go, but the whistle blows underneath.
That was a late foul call, but nevertheless he does get to the line. Does Kadar right?
Is that Schilder getting?
Looks like it's going to be Drexel picking up his second.
Drexel number 5, I stand corrected there. Trey Drexel. Out of Woodinville, Washington, getting called for the foul there. Kadar right at the free throw line. High arcing free throw there by Kadar falls. So Logan Schilder will take a seat. And Dalton Thomas will replace him as Kadar Wright hits them both. Kadar Wright's free throw trips. I want to venture to say he's got 13 free throw trips now in this game. He's
at 11. He's 7 of 11.
Oh, 11, okay.
He's a guy who gets the line. He's a 74% shooter, so.
Thomas off the iron. Right about that. So he's attacking. He's getting rewarded for it, and he's making the Vikings pay from the free throw line. 13:07 left in this game, and it's a 5-point lead for Western Washington. Thomas jump stop in the paint. Gets the little hook to fall there. 7-point lead for the visitors from Bellingham. Here's Pankratz attacking the defense. JJ off the window.
Yeah, and he's great finishing off that. Uses the glass really effectively. He's got that length when he gets airborne. That long wingspan, he's able to push off shots off the backboard and get him to go, and he's really perfected that.
Drexel fading from 15, can't find the range, and Sherman Newsom with the basketball quickly to Provenzano. Slows it up. Provenzano still with a handle on the basketball, off the window. A dervish in the paint. He drives and dribbles for the layup. 73-70.
Got a game here, Howard.
Beautiful play there by Provenzano. Thomas now with the basketball up top to Drexel. High off the window there. Coach wanting a foul that isn't called against Jasinski. JJ head fake on the baseline, skips it up top to Kadar. Thought about the 3, drives, high arcer, won't go, and a battle for a loose ball underneath. Kadar right, huge offensive board, off the window, can't get the contact underneath. And Dixon comes up with the basketball.
And both coaches are big on the officials here.
Let's take a look here on Clan TVZ. There was a lot happening. There was a timeout on the floor. We'll let you watch what happened on that last sequence. A lot happening there. And you're right, both coaches on the officials here.
Man, they're just not happy. They're feeling like they're not getting rewarded down on their respective ends. And Steve Summers, head referee here, has to come over and have a word with Coach Hansen and just explain to him what he saw in that call and why he did not feel like it was a foul.
73-70, our score. Some of the games upcoming, of course, we mentioned Simon Fraser's women's team will be in action at 1 o'clock right here on Clan TV tomorrow against Concordia. We will also be here next week with the men as well. Alaska Anchorage in January the 5th, the 7 o'clock game. 2 nights later, it's the Nanooks, formerly Alaska Fairbanks, but the Alaska Nanooks also in as well. So a heavy diet of clan basketball. And for fans of the team, you got to love that. They are playing often here in the late part of 2016, early part of 2017. And you can come and see the games live right here at the West Gym. A great atmosphere with a great crowd here tonight in the gym, watching Simon Fraser and their men's team putting on thus far the performance of their season. 73-70 they trail nationally ranked Western Washington, a game that had blowout written all over it. I don't think there's any way to sugarcoat that. This clan team was embarrassed yesterday. They have come out so strong tonight. And we have witnessed, through almost 30 minutes of play here, a terrific effort by Simon Fraser. Ball tip, Dixon underneath, can't get the finish, underneath, and a foul, and that gives coaches gray hairs
yeah,
right
it's
there.
a bit of a backbreaker there. You know, you get that baseline inbound that's tipped and almost turned over, and next thing you know, you're going to get an and one here.
Drexel with an opportunity. Of all the good things that have gone well for Simon Fraser tonight, that's one of those plays. 3 points as Trey Drexel hits the and one opportunity. So 2-possession lead here. Spence set the check into the game for Simon Fraser. Provenzano to Williamson. Provenzano, the skip underneath to Pancratz. JJ trying to find the angle, and Dixon's going to get called for the foul underneath.
Yeah, nice move by Pancratz. He just tried to get it up there and drew the contact from Dixon. He came down on him.
Great job. And we've seen that go the other way with JJ guarding Dixon in the post at the other end. This time, JJ makes Dixon pay underneath with a nice little fake underneath. Pancratz steps up and hits the first free throw. So Spence into the game. Williamson, number 2, will take a seat.
We're going to see Fernandez for the Vikings make his first appearance of the game here.
Montlake Terrace, right at the heart of the UW. And Fernandez, as he says, his first appearance of the game wearing number 2. Here's Stafford. He's had an exceptional game. Fernandez now with the basketball. And right off the bench. Big basket there for Western. It's a 6-point lead as we near the midway mark of this second half of play. Underneath, great move there by Provenzano. Nice post skills for the guard underneath.
Yeah, definitely. He's got that flair. He's just able to spin and just create some space, and just nice little floater there. Gets that one to go. So showing some good range. He's had a couple jumpers that he's knocked down early, and now he's kind of attacking the basket.
I love number 20's game.
Posing a little bit of a change for the defense from the Vikings.
Nuisance. They entered inside to Dixon there. Sherman Newsom getting called for the foul.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup. That's a lot to ask for. You got Sherman Newsom, very undersized against Dixon. He's going to come out, and Lewin's going to come in and try and provide some more size for the Clan.
You just saw the replay there on Clan TV, and that's one area where Western's had the clear advantage. Whoever's had the matchup against Dixon down low has had to pay the price of the foul count tonight. Here's Jasinski underneath, and Lewin.
Lewin's going to pick up his fourth.
He's had a tough time, though, tonight.
He has, yeah. No, he's playing against a couple bigger guys.
He is getting tough matchups. You're right about that.
Yeah. Just in his sophomore year out of Toronto, Ontario area.
Yeah, a lot of promise there. So Jasinski hits them both 80-74, back to 6 points. It's Provenzano, Pancratz, Lewin, Kadar Wright, and Spence on the floor right now for Simon Fraser. Go up top to Spence, the handoff there to JJ. Dishes, Provenzano, whistle blows off the side iron. The
It's a similar call that we saw the other end. We have an offensive foul in the pass and crash situation. That's a tough one because that's his fourth.
So the fourth on JJ.
Personal foul. So both front court players with four fouls now.
And there is a ton of time left. The timeout on the floor. We're going to take a short time out as well and be back with more from the West Gym.
Champions keep working until they get it right. The more you dream, the harder you work, the farther you get. I'm Amadi Kamara, and I am ready for the new season.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Second half of play, a 6-point deficit for Simon Fraser. Western Washington in blue with the basketball. Hamas unable to score. Battle for a loose ball. Great effort by Lewin. And they will say Simon Fraser basketball.
Yeah, great effort by Lewin to come down with that one. And Drexel's going to pick up the foul there as he got his hands in there and disrupted the player.
Hit a Voss, number 3, into the game now for Simon Fraser. And I think Z makes a great point there. You got to bring energy and commitment to whatever you're doing. And with a 6-point deficit against a team this talented for Simon Fraser, it's a huge, huge stretch to go. Can they do it as Kadar right down the floor off the window? Kadar right has looked absolutely unstoppable at times.
Yeah, he's having a really good game and really getting those nice touches around the basket. And if he's not getting them to go, he's getting trips to the free throw line. So good performance from him tonight.
Yeah, very proficient today. Fernandez back on top to Hamas. He's going to get it back in the baseline corner. Kadar guarding him. Fernandez, the drive. Yeah, one of those went against SFU earlier. Hamas with a head fake and a shot up. That's not going to go. Well, I should say Drexel. Pardon me there. Ooh, and Dixon getting a little bit frustrated there. Clan brought the double team hard there with Provenzano and Voss. But Hide is going to get called for the foul number 3.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Dixon got up. It looked like he might have maybe come over the back of Lewin there to get that rebound, but nevertheless, play continued on, and now he's going to go to the free throw line for his 5th and 6th attempts of the game.
Well, I don't know how much the Vikings thought that they would be able to, or how long they would be keeping their star. They have started 5 guys all 10 games this season, and I don't know how long they thought their starters would be playing tonight, but clearly SFU has pushed them. And we're seeing the best of Western Washington and their first group main rotation players here. There's no question about that. And that's all a credit to Simon Fraser. A great job here with 8:50 remaining. Provenzano now with the basketball. Pivots in the paint, gets it back up top to Spence. So move it around the horn. Kadar right now. Back up top to Spence. Provenzano. Great leverage there underneath by Provenzano to draw the contact. He's got a great feel for the games. He senses the wingspan out there, and really to create that kind of contact for a small guard against that big a lineup. As we watch on the Clan TV replay, look at him pivot against Jasinski underneath. So Provenzano makes the first.
Yeah, Provenzano, and it's just under 80% on the season, 19 of 24 from the line. He's 1 of 1 and 2 of 2 now. Provenzano playing within 4.
Well, you see so many guards just take it right at the heart of the defense when they're clearly in a mismatch situation, just get rejected. Provenzano very resourceful there. Hits them both from the free throw line. Fernandez now. Scoop underneath to Dixon. Easy basket for Western Washington. They ran that well.
Yeah, it looks like he might have taken an extra step or dragged his pivot foot there, but nevertheless, the Referees didn't see that one, but gets the bucket to go there. Does Dixon?
6-point lead here. Spence up top to Kadar Wright. Long three ball. Kadar Wright, three! That's a big shot for Simon Fraser. Makes it a one-possession game with under 8 minutes remaining.
Yeah, that was a big shot. And only their second three-pointer of the second half, but they needed that one, and that really gets the crowd back into this game here at the West Gym.
Kadar is fearless, and he's played a terrific game. Stafford up top to Jasinski. Shot clock's down to 7 here. Airborne swirling in and out of the cylinder, but they can't keep Dixon off the glass.
Yeah, and Dixon, he's a tough guy to defend. He is just a big man out there, very athletic. 11 of 15, 27 points. He leads all scorers.
Well, he was just floating there when he got that old board for the putback. Here's Kadar. Driving, great step to the basket. Ooh, gets called for the travel.
That's a tough call. Kadar known for his Euro step, and that is clearly not a travel, but nevertheless, that is a tough turnover.
7:06 remaining. They're going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here on the floor and continue to let you know about some of the people that help bring Clan TV to the air as well. Today's game being live streamed in HD. You can watch it at athletics.sfu.ca/live. This game also available in the on-demand section, athletics.sfu.ca/on-demand. Go there, look at the menu, a ton of Clan games, not only from this season, all sports from past seasons as well, and great to see those games archived right there on the on-demand and the archive sections of the Clan Athletics website. We mentioned Nestor's Market off the top. We'll mention them again. They're proud to be the official grocer of SFU Athletics, the local grocery store which offers a full selection of items including organic, all-natural, gluten-free, and much more. Visit Nestor's Market today at the Cornerstone. And we should also mention Charter Bus Lines, the official motor coach of SFU Athletics. They're proud to support all Clan teams. Charter dedicated to providing safe and comfortable transportation to your games throughout the Pacific Northwest. The web address there, charterbuslines.com. And as we get back to play with 7:06 remaining, a quick scan of the numbers shows you SFU with 4 players in double figures, led by the 20 points of Kadar Wright, JJ Pankratz 19 points, Sherman Newsom with 12, Provenzano with 10. As Z mentioned, DeAndre Dixon with 27. Taylor Stafford, the guard, who's got the ball right now with 20. They are the leading scorers, with 21 rather, for Western. Drexel skips it up top to Stafford. Little fake on Provenzano, but doesn't go, and Kadar skies for the rebound.
Yeah, a good defensive set by the Clan there. Really pressured, got into the grills of the Western offensive players. And
ooh, that is a tough shot. Kadar, with a man in his face, really didn't have a chance to set himself as he elevates from 15. Looks like Lewin got a foul.
I think he just got an out of bounds there. And,
okay, excuse me. I thought that
off of Lewin out of bounds is saw the replay there, and the Western will get the ball back there.
So Lewin with those foul problems, but can stay in the game. My mistake there is they feed the post again to Dixon. Lewin doing his best. But Hamas able to come in and finish it off. So 7 points now the lead here. Provenzano to Kadar Wright. SFU has been scoring a lot in transition. Decisive plays, taking it right to the rack. Can they get it done in the half court? Here's Kadar Wright. Lewis using the Lewin screen from the free throw line, fading from 16, knocking it down, Kadar Wright.
Yeah, again, showing his range. If he isn't going to beat you going to the rack and or at the line, he's going to step back and hit that jumper with distance.
Kadar with 22 points. Leading all Clan scorers. This man is leading everybody in the game with 27. Dixon. Drexel, no look underneath.
And that's going to be Lewin's 5th.
So Lewin with his 5th of the game. And we're going to get, as Lewin checks out of the game.
So Pankratz is going to come in. And Sherman Newsom is also going to come in, and so that's, as we mentioned, Lewin's 5th foul. Now Pankrat's going to come in with 4, with 5:35 left to go in this game, so he's going to have to play really smart here if he wants to finish this game off here.
Coach Hansen, really no choice, pulling out the stops, pulling all of them. JJ with the rebound there off that missed free throw. Provenzano, one of a number of solid Clan players in this game, takes it hard to the rack and draws the contact. That's going to be Hamas underneath, I believe, getting called for the foul. Let's see what Kerry Rokosh has to say. Indeed, 25 getting whistled for the foul.
Provenzano's going to go to line for his 3rd and 4th attempts at this ball game here and trying to cut into this 5-point lead.
He's been solid. And like Kadar, I think those guys have the same mindset tonight. See, they're just so aggressive, and they had to do. They couldn't be any other way for the score to be what it is right now with 5:24 remaining. Provenzano knocks them both down.
You know, sometimes it takes a game like you have last night where you come out flat, no energy, and you just kind of reflect and you look at yourselves. You got that quick turnaround. Usually the teams do get a day off, but here they are back at it again within 24 hours, and you know they've definitely responded.
Wow, it's been impressive to watch. No question about that. Simon Fraser, with 5:10 left, trailing by 1 possession, playing their game of the season against nationally ranked Western Washington. Stafford. Provenzano trying to stay in front of his man. It looks like Provenzano will get called for the foul. Indeed, he will.
He's going to make Stafford earn him. He's going to go to the line for his 3rd and 4th attempt. Stafford 9 of 18 from the floor, 50%, 21 points total, including a 3-pointer and a couple free throws. And he's been great to watch. He is a smooth player. He's so smooth. Fearless going to the basket and has a nice touch.
And if this is correct, a transfer from Division I Evansville, where he played for the Aces. Here's Provenzano now with the basketball, handing off to Kadar Wright. Williamson back to Wright, who's been fantastic. Kadar from 17, nothing but net. Kadar Wright absolutely feeling it right now.
He is. He's having a heck of a game, and just the back-to-back jumpers he's taken on swish, nothing but net from that range from 17. So Kadar Wright really feeling confident out there.
Crossover move, lowering the shoulder. We'll see how the call goes. Looks like Kadar is going to get called for the foul. Tough break there.
Yeah, it's a little bit late getting to the spot there, and he's going to get called for the blocking foul, and we're going to see Drexel go to the free throw line for a couple here. Drexel, 4 of 10 from the floor with 13 points, knocked down a couple threes, and he's 3 of 3 from the line.
For all they've done, the Clan have inched so close to within 1 possession on many occasions here. But as we enter the stretch drive of this basketball game, can they get the stops they need, make the shots they need to make? 1 of 2 there, a 4-point lead. What would certainly be the biggest upset of the young GNAC season. But so much time to go here. Here's Kadar Wright, crossover move into the paint. What a move! Gets leverage off Hamas and lays it up and in. Kadar Wright.
He's got 26 now, and he's really stepping up and carrying the load for this team here.
Holy man. And Dixon there, about the easiest basket Western's been able to score in quite some time. Provenzano right down the floor.
Heading into the final 4 minutes here, we've got a 2-point game and a high-scoring one, 93-91.
What a terrific basketball game. Crossover move there by Drexel, kicks it up top. Jasinski, the big 3-ball, too strong off the iron, into the hands of Newsom.
The Clan have a chance here to tie or take the lead. They haven't led since 17 minutes in the first half when they led by 1 early, 3 minutes in this game. And they have a chance here now to tie or take the lead with a 3.
Here's Kadar, spinning move, leverage, draws the contact, and Kadar Wright. Kadar ended up going over the foam blockers there on the baseline.
That's me, Drexel picking up his 4th. So a couple of Vikings getting into foul trouble here late with Drexel on the floor with 4 and Hamas also on the floor with 4 as we take a break for the final media timeout here.
But let's keep it here. And we'll take a look at that last play. Do they need 2? Okay. Thanks to Gabe Lynn, our producer engineer, getting us on the air here from the West Gym and all the great replays. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast wherever you're watching Clan TV today. And as we mentioned, the action resumes tomorrow with the SFU women's team at 1 o'clock on New Year's Eve, getting a chance to, they hope, close out 2016 with more success as they welcome Concordia of Portland. The Cavaliers in town for a basketball game, a 1 o'clock start, and that's a good time. He allows the Concordia ladies to get back in time for their New Year's Eve.
Absolutely, I have a feeling that had something to do with the scheduling of that game. 1 o'clock, game wraps up around 3 o'clock, and you're on your way back across the border, and about a 6-hour drive back home, barring any major traffic delays.
Exactly, yes. Some of the numbers to tell you about Kadar Wright is the leading Simon Fraser scorer with 26 points. JJ Pankratz with 19, Michael Provenzano 14, Isaiah Sherman Newsom with 12, DeAndre Dixon with 29 points to lead all scorers, Taylor Stafford with 23, 14 apiece for Trey Drexel and Dalton Hamas. And Kadar now stepping up to the free throw line. High arc are a bit too strong, and Simon Fraser needs all their points here. Trailing by just 2 points with 3:21 remaining. That one's going to rattle home for Kadar. A 1-point game. Strap yourselves in, everybody. It's going to be a great finish here from the West Gym. Skip it down low to Dixon. He lowers that shoulder. And does the call finally go Simon Fraser's way?
And Dixon is going to pick up his 3rd on the offensive foul as he drops the shoulder into Sherman Newsom. And the Clan, down 1, are going to get that possession here.
And clearly, as they shows on the replay, Sherman Newsom establishing that position, and Dixon really had to lower himself. Sherman Newsom can bring a load down there. So that brings the entire Clan, a bench up on its feet. 3:02 remaining. Nice moment there for the Clan defensively.
And Wallace checks in for Western Washington. It's surprising to see somebody who doesn't play much. Number 4, Brad Wallace there.
Brad Wallace, the 5'11 junior. His first action of the game come in the final 3 minutes of play. Also checking into the game is Jeffrey Parker, number 35, one of the starters.
And Wright's going to go to the line for attempt number 14 and potentially 15 on the 1-and-1 situation. They're 8 of 13 from the line is Kadar Wright.
We'll see what Kadar does here in a 1-point game. He makes the first. We'll get a chance at the second. Has tied this game and has a chance to put his team on top.
That was a nice team foul for Western Washington, so SFU is going to shoot 2 on the next Western Washington foul. Both teams in a double bonus situation. 2 timeouts left for each squad as well.
Kadar too strong off the back iron, and the ball ends up in the hands of Dixon. A tie game with 2:50 remaining. You got to love this. Simon Fraser, what an effort tonight. They'll dig in their heels on defense here. Stafford now with the basketball. Kadar out to guard him. Stafford probing. It looks like Kadar's going to get called for the foul there. His feet were moving. Only his second of the game. But the main thing, Stafford will shoot some free throws here.
Yeah, Stafford is 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight, as he's going to go to line for 2. The Clan, as mentioned, 10 team fouls in the double bonus situation.
What an effort by Simon Fraser tonight. So Stafford makes them both a timeout called. What we'll do is we'll take a timeout as well here and be back with a final 2:34 on Clan TV from the West Gym.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Zahid Vali Hassam, the final 2 minutes and 30 seconds of a terrific basketball game. Simon Fraser trailing by 2 with the basketball. Williamson to Kadar Wright. What a star Kadar has been today. Off the window, can't get the roll.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. That was a high arcing one as he was fading away and couldn't get that one to go. But Western Washington here, and Shoulders come back in the game. We haven't seen him for a while, but 15 checks back in for Dixon, who subbed out with 3 fouls. So a bit of a curious one. He's playing really well, but maybe for defensive presence here.
Oh, they're going to get that. I believe that was Stafford who took the shot. 4 Western Washington starters on the floor with 1:50 left. If you told me that at the start of this game, I wouldn't have believed you. Provenzano, great job underneath the basket. 97-95 Western Washington.
Yeah, and the Clan are really pushing the Vikings here as we've got a 2-point game, and I'm sure they were not expecting to have this tough of a test here at the West Gym.
Number 19 ranked team in the country, and Simon Fraser pushing them to the brink. 2-point game with 83 seconds remaining. Here is Stafford with the basketball. Provenzano guarding him as Stafford puts it on the deck. He goes to the rim and gets a roll. Big basket for Western.
Yeah, and the Clan down 4 now as the Vikings put up their 99th point of the game. The Clan really needs to play smart here in the last minute.
Well, Stafford's been doing that all game long. Pankratz, 3-ball off the front of the iron, and that's a big miss.
Yeah, the referees might have missed one there. I think they saw some contact on the hand of the shooter, but
and Provenzano's trying to point that out
here. Yeah.
.2 seconds left.
As we look at a replay here of Pankratz, see if there's some contact there on that as the shot was off by quite a bit. It looks like there might have been some contact there on the arm. It would have been 3 shots, but Stafford.
Tough break there. That's a tough break.
Stafford, a good free throw shooter. He's 7 of 7, perfect from the line tonight.
Well, Steve Hansen, what a job he's done with his team here tonight. It's an incredible turnaround from yesterday's effort, and it has to bode well for what happens the rest of the way here. Just a 2-possession game still, though, and there they go underneath the N1 opportunity.
Oh, and there's some Schiller going after the official as he was furious. Didn't think there was a call, but
Sherman Newsom with an opportunity to the N1 play, and you're right. The big man underneath, the 7-footer, not happy with the play, and Dixon will come in to spell him. 34.9 seconds.
To get restrained from one of his teammates there before picking up in seconds.
Well, they wanted to cut it to 3, but there's a timeout being called.
Coach Hansen's going to ice his own shooter and take a 30-second timeout here, but obviously, given there's a 34.9 on the shot clock, the difference between the shot clock and the game clock is 4.9, so maybe he wants to set things up to see how things shake out here. He will have 1 full timeout remaining. The Vikings also have 1 full timeout remaining, and both teams in the double bonus situation here.
Well, what an effort it's been for the Simon Fraser University Clan. Completely outclassed yesterday. But coming back as a different team, a team reborn here. And the optimist wants to think this is what we're going to see from this team more nights than not here in the GNAC. But what a focused effort here.
Yeah, and Provenzano is going to go to the line here.
So Sherman Newsom will make it a 3-point play. It's a 1-possession lead, a 3-point lead with 34.9. And here comes Western against pressure from the Clan. Stafford. Coach Hansen not making it easy for us here to call the action, but you can see it. There's about 4.5 seconds difference between game and shot as Stafford. Pankratz tried to pick him off. Stafford pulls up for the shot. Misses, and the follow is going to go for Dixon, I believe, underneath. And I'll tell you, it is, I don't want to say anything's fitting here, but the one area that Western has been able to dominate in this game has been with that 5 spot and the play of Dixon. And look what happens here. The two chief protagonists against Simon Fraser tonight have been Stafford and Dixon.
Yeah, and that's tough.
You know,
I mean, he just showed his prowess there and just went up 31 points. Him and Stafford both with 31, and he just powered up and just got that one on the rebound.
Well, I think what's clear to be mentioned here, Z, though, is that clearly Western wasn't ready for this tonight. They didn't think. They overlooked their opponent. There's no question about it, and Simon Fraser brought their best game of the year, and that's what makes this game so beautiful.
And the other thing to consider here is that Simon Fraser played last night. Western Washington's still on their break as they'll play Montana State Billings tomorrow. So they had the night off last night, so they're just probably watching this SFU MSUB game on
from
last
night,
and they haven't played, so they maybe didn't have their legs under them today and just kind of finding their footing back after the holiday break. So. But as you mentioned, the Clan definitely pushing into the brink, and I don't think Western expected to be in such a tough contest tonight. So.
Well, look at this. I mean, 4 starters are coming out on the floor here in the final 4.4 seconds for Western Washington. Simon Fraser Clan have played an incredible basketball game. They're down by 5 here with 4.4 seconds. And Spence set the inbounds quickly to Williamson. He'll get it right back. Spence. Kadar at the buzzer. Not going to go, and that'll be the final score, 103-98. It's a 5-point loss, and a tough one for Simon Fraser. All they can hope for potentially is this signals this team and who they really, really are. And after a very, very tough preseason and early start to their GNAC campaign, what an effort by the Simon Fraser Clan to fall by 5 points to number 19 nationally ranked Western Washington here at the West Gym.
Yeah, and they played their hearts out tonight. After a tough 41-point loss last night, you come back and you rebound. They've just played their hearts out tonight, and unfortunately, it's just a couple of things. And that's a veteran team, an experienced team like Western Washington will do to you. They'll find the ways to win those close games, and here, Clan, it's a heartbreaking loss, but
it's a heartbreaking
really
loss.
Hard, really well.
It is, but as we say, we hopefully if you're a Clan fan, a starting point for so many good things that can happen for this basketball team. We want to get a quick look at the box score here before we sign off, but what an effort it's been all night for Simon Fraser. So many great efforts by this basketball team, and the complete about face from last night, the most inspiring part of this for Simon Fraser tonight. And of course, we are back with the Clan men next week, Z, as they face the 2 Alaska schools. Quickly they can get back, and try and get that first victory in the conference this season. Of course, it won't be easy. And as we look at some of the numbers to tell you about, DeAndre Dixon and Taylor Stafford, as you mentioned, 31 points apiece for Western Washington in this basketball game tonight. 14 apiece from Trey Drexel and Dalton Thomas. Simon Fraser, 28 points from Kadar Wright. He had 15 free throw trips. He only hit 1 tray, but boy, he was so fantastic tonight. 19 from Pankratz, 16 from Provenzano, 15 from Sherman Newsom.
Yeah, no, and the Clan, like I said, played really well. Kadar Wright had a great night, really aggressive, and one of the upperclassmen in this team, and that's his role. And came off the bench and had a great game with the 28 points. I was really impressed with the play of Sherman Newsom, 15 solid points on 6 of 8 shooting, and most importantly, 12 rebounds. And he was undersized. He's going up in the post against the guys like Schilder and Dixon. But he played really well, and as a whole, the Clan and Western both shot 56%.
The Clan outshot Western Washington from the field.
Yeah, 56.7% on 34-60 shooting, 56.1% for the Vikings. But and turnovers, 9 turnovers. That's respectable. If you're playing a top 20 team and you only commit 9 turnovers, you're doing a great job. But
well, you can look at 20 box scores of Clan games from last season, and I guarantee you, everyone you look at the turnover numbers higher than the assist total for their team, and to see that tonight was so impressive. And let's not forget, Simon Fraser shot 63% from the field in the second half. They outscored Western 47-45 in that second half. They played everything worked except the victory tonight.
Yeah, they did. And like I said before, a team like Western who's got that experience, and they're a top 20 team for a reason, and they just found ways at the end it's the little differences at the end, the turnover here, the missed shot there, the rebound there that makes a difference in such a close game. But full credit to the Clan for a gutsy performance against a tough opponent, and as you mentioned, it'll be a good lead for them going into the games next week.
And that it will be. And with that, we're going to sign off. We want to thank our expert analyst, Azeed Bali-Hassam, today for joining us on the show as well. Sports Information Director Steve Frost, our Executive Producer and Director Gabe Lynn, Production Assistant Claudia Mathau, Sports Information Assistant Aaron Martin. For all of them, Clan TV, I'm Howard Samura, and we'll be back again with you tomorrow, 1 o'clock here from the West Gym as the Simon Fraser Clan women face Concordia. For everyone here on Clan TV, good night, and we'll be back with you again tomorrow.
Engage the